Hey guys, my name is Donnie and welcome to the inside of our scratch-built motorhome. And guys, in today's video I plan on working on the cab area of this motorhome, and I really want to try and finish off this whole cab area and also install the dashboard and everything and make it look nice and pretty. And that, guys, involves me installing all of those plastic parts that you see over there in the cab. It is actually quite fascinating the amount of plastic pieces that needs to go into this cab area. Most of it goes onto the dashboard, and some of them I won't be able to use, but I'll have to manufacture or custom make parts where I'm not using the plastic pieces. Now guys, the first thing that I plan on doing in this video is I need to install a bar, or I want to install a strong metal bar from the left to the right in front of this windshield to help strengthen this part over here, mostly for safety purposes, but also it's going to serve as a nice strong mounting point, because I also am going to be putting in a drop down bed that's going to be laying right on top of these seats over here. So that's going to make for a nice mounting spot. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install that rectangular bar. I'm going to cut it to size and mount it in there, and then fiberglass it in to that windshield, and then we can start looking at making this cab area look nice and pretty. So without any further ado, let's get going. Alrighty guys, I'm not so sure how well I was able to document what just happened on video, but basically I put this steel bar in here, and I just used some hardboard and made a box and then fiberglassed everything into position, and it is now nice and very strong. And as I said, this bar is also going to serve as a mounting spot for the drop down bed that's going to sit over here. Alright, so now the fun stuff starts, and that's that I need to start finishing off this cab area. But I think the best thing to do first is that I'm going to start by trying to fit all of the plastic components that I possibly can in this cab, which includes the dashboard and also those door cards. I'm going to cut them to size and see if I can fit them and make this cab look as OEM as possible, and then I can see what parts I need to fabricate from hardboard or whatever and cover with some vinyl to finish up this cab area. Then when everything fits, I can take it all out, and then I can start with the sealing off and sound deadening, and then put everything back into position. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosen up that steering wheel, take it out with that gear lever, and try and see if I can fit this dashboard, because this dashboard, or that window over there, has got a different radius than the window what this dashboard came out of. So I'm probably going to have to cut a piece there at the back or make it fit, or I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. And also this part over here where the engine sits, I'm going to probably have to trim off some of that dashboard, and the same goes for door cards and so on. But anyway guys, let me start with that, and then we can take it from there. Alrighty guys, I've now finished putting this dashboard in position and trimming it down and making sure that everything works. And I also put these plastic covers in position just to make sure that everything is working and not binding or anything like that. And I also went ahead and trimmed down these door cards at the bottom, because as you can remember, I repositioned this glass windshield because the original vehicle's door used to sit like this, and I had to move it all the way to sit like that. So these door cards was going to be in the way of the seat, so I had to trim them down. What I also went ahead and did off camera was I just put the seat back in position to make sure everything works. And unfortunately, no matter how hard I tried, I will not be able to put the parking brake on that side of the seat. It's going to have to come on this side if I was going to use the original parking brake. But it does come with a nice cover, so it's going to live on this side of the seat. I'm going to have to reposition it. But guys, now that I've got all the OEM plastics in position, I need to start making the other plastics and covers and panels that needs to cover up this whole cab area. And guys, for the flat parts over here and at the top and over here by the head rest, I'm gonna use some hardboard that I'm gonna cut to size, and then I can cover it with some nice vinyl to make it look nice and pretty. But there where the A-pillar is, guys, I need to make a rounded piece that's gonna go from the top to the bottom. And I've decided on once again using some PVC pipe that I'm gonna cut to size and then see if I can fit it. And just to make it look a little bit more professional, I'm going to use a heat gun and see if I can manipulate it just a little bit. And I'm also probably going to use some of it here at the back just to finish it off. So guys, that's the next step in this process. Over here by the dashboard, I'm also going to be building or making something to extend that dashboard. But I've got a couple of ideas, but we're a bit indecisive at the moment. Making some more cup holders there, or a place where you can put your laptop, or a flip up table or something. But I'm going to leave that for a while and first continue with the rest of the work. Let's get going. Alrighty guys, there we go. I've now finished making all of these panels and everything fits nicely in its position. And though that PVC pipe experiment of mine seems to have worked nicely, because I was able to make a nice A pillar and this B pillar section over here. And guys, the next thing's going to happen now is that these parts are going to get covered with black vinyl, not wrap but black vinyl material, and the top parts I'm going to cover with a nice sealing material that I've got. And I also put these clips in all of these panels so that you can just push them in position when you are done, so that there won't be any screws sticking out, very much like the OEM style. And guys, I was also able to install the original vanity light here in the middle, that I'm very happy about. So guys, now that all of this is done, I can start with the next stage of finishing up this cab, and that is that I can remove all of these panels that I've made, including the dash, and start doing soundproofing before I put everything back. And the first step in doing soundproofing, guys, is I'm going to put this aluminium foil with the rubber adhesive part all along this floor and even in the roof and everything, and it's very much the same as the name brands like Dynamat and so on. It's just far less expensive. The only disadvantage being that it comes in very small rolls, so I had to buy everything that I could. And then when I'm done with that, I can put the second part of the soundproofing, and that is this very thick under carpet or under felt that I'm going to put on the floor and also in the roof and everything to make it even more soundproof. And when I'm done with that, I can start wrapping these panels and put them back in position and clean up the dashboard, and maybe I'll have myself a pretty cab area. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, time for an update. I've now gone ahead and did the soundproofing, and I also put some carpets on the floor, and I also went ahead and rerouted the wiring harness that was laying on the floor so it would go over the window. And guys, this soundproofing made such a massive difference. I cannot tell you, this part is already feeling very comfortable and very quiet indeed. And guys, I also went ahead, as you saw, and I wrapped and covered all of the parts that I've built, and I also went ahead and cleaned up the plastic pieces as well as the seats. And guys, now is the most exciting part of it all, and that is that I'm going to start installing all of the parts that I've built and cleaned up so we can see what this cab looks like. Let's get going. Nice. Guys, check it out. I finished the dash and I finished the whole cab, and man, am I happy that this is done. It has been a marathon getting to where I am now. This is about 2 weeks worth of hard work, but guys, I'm so chuffed. I cannot begin to tell you how good this looks. I don't think the camera will do it any justice, but this whole part of the cab now looks brand new and very much OEM, except for that part over there. But like I said, I'm gonna still be making a bracket or a cubby or something over there. I haven't decided yet, and I'm gonna be putting some 360-degree cameras in here, so that's gonna be finished up. But guys, I am so chuffed with how it came out looking like. This parking brake over here is not in the way at all, so that is awesome. And I don't know if you guys can hear it on the microphone, but as soon as I walk into this cab area, it becomes silent and the sound really gets absorbed so beautifully inside of this cab area. And I believe that the rest of the motorhome is also going to become very, very quiet and absorbent. But guys, like I said, I think I'm repeating myself, but I'm so chuffed with what this looks like. It has been a marathon and I'm done now, and I'm so happy. Now I can actually close up this cab area and continue my work to the back of the motorhome, and I'm one step closer to finishing up this motorhome. But guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I will see you guys next week. Until then, cheers!